TFW members, this is TFW member Optimus Prowl from the TFW boards, otherwise known on YouTube as BHK Unknown or Jake Korup, whatever. Anyway, this is the Transformers SDCC exclusive Optimus Prime Special Edition First Edition figure from 2011. This is the Transformers Prime figure right here. It's a first edition version of the new Deluxe coming out in the 2-pack with Megatron and everything. So this was an early advanced version of the figure. Obviously you can see the little Comic-Con symbol down here in the corner. Right down there in that little corner right there. Nice and silver. And then you got this nice embossed little thing right here. I'll explain this in a minute. And then you can see the chest windows of Optimus Prime. Kind of neat. And then on the top, it's got embossed silver Optimus Prime right up there on top. Transformers Prime First Edition on the side. Nice big image of Optimus Prime opening up the Matrix, saying, "One day an Autobot shall rise from our ranks and use the power of the Matrix to light our darkest hour." Famous words from a famous robot. And then same thing on this side. Obviously bottom is just UPC code, all that crazy stuff. Alright, so let's get into the meat of this set. So first what you want to do to open it up is you want to peel off this thing on the front. This is actually a magnet. It's got the magnetized back there. It's actually something you could stick on your fridge, put anywhere you want, and it actually holds the box closed quite well with the magnets inside the two windows here. But we'll look at this more later, maybe get a video of it on my fridge or something. Anyway, get that out of the way. And just like Optimus Prime back in the old movie, you open up his chest plates and reveal the Autobot Matrix of Leadership. Now this is a very, very big set. Obviously this is a big setup. It's a nice display piece, you can tell because of like the extra flaps on the sides here and then the Matrix right in the center. Makes for a very good display. Obviously I've already opened this, as you can see that there are Hasbro strings still in package that I pulled off in my drive home from Comic-Con, as you saw in some of those pictures. So let's go through what's on these little flaps here on the sides. So it's a whole story about Optimus Prime. On the side over here, the story of Cybertron, Decepticons ran rampant across Cybertron, destroying or subverting, and it basically talks about how the Autobots have to fight against Decepticons. And then on this side, it's the story of how Optimus Prime became the leader. Quick little recap, nothing super special or awesome. That's about it for that. So let's get on to the meat of this package, the actual Matrix of Leadership itself. So we'll remove that from Optimus Prime's chest. We'll move this away. Alright, now we have the Matrix of Leadership. What are these? What is this? What? Get out of here. What is that? Now we have the Optimus Prime inside the Matrix of Leadership, and obviously the Matrix of Leadership here can be worn around the neck. That's why it's got the nice little black ties here. It's a nice little souvenir piece that you can wear around your neck, maybe even for cosplaying. If you spin it around on the back, there's another image of Optimus Prime opening up the Matrix. This thing is used everywhere on this set, everywhere. I feel like they made art for it and they just wanted to like put it on there as much as they can. And if you look at the little strap here, it's actually got little Autobot symbols on it. Kind of a neat detail. Kind of a little neat detail. It would have been kind of cool if this was a plastic chain of some kind or something like that, but black strap's okay. So to get Optimus Prime out of the Matrix, you don't pull it sideways. Obviously this thing won't budge. I'm pulling it as hard as I can, and that's actually some pretty fortified plastic. So you pop it open from the bottom. Normally there's tape right here that you'd have to separate right there at the bottom. So you pop it open just like that. Move the cardboard up a little bit and pull out the plastic insert. Put the Matrix on the side. And then there's Optimus Prime inside some plastic bubbling. Yank him out of there. And there you have Optimus Prime in all of his glory. Here we have Optimus Prime in robot mode just after getting him out of package. And he's a pretty cool little figure. He's mostly red here on the arms, blue on the legs, has some silver paint apps right here on his abdomen, and apparently the big paint difference between this one and the normal issue that's going to come out is that the normal issue has blue windshield bits right here on the chest. This one has gray painted windshield bits. I don't know why this is such a big difference, if this is going to be super duper exclusive or anything, but that's apparently what the difference is. So basically, robot mode's pretty neat. I like it. The shoulders are the only part that I'm a little miffed on, because if you look, the rotation joint's way down there above his head. It's a little odd of a rotation joint, but otherwise all of his proportions look pretty good. He's got joints everywhere. He's got ball jointed head, so he can look in all different directions, all over the place. He's got shoulder swivels that are slightly ratcheted, actually, which is kind of neat. He's got an elbow bend. He's got an above the elbow swivel, little bicep swivel there. Outward movement at the shoulder. Ball jointed hands for much expressions, very many. He's got a swivel waist, a little bit of a swivel waist there. Some ball jointed hips, swivel right above the knee bend right there. And he's got forward rocking feet, and also they rock side to side on a couple of hinge joints. So all in all, he's actually pretty articulated. And he's got this neat little gun here. It's pretty detailed. It's got some blue, some gray, and a couple of pegs down on the bottom for vehicle mode and robot mode. This one, I believe, is supposed to be for vehicle mode, and then this one is robot mode right here. That way, when you plug it onto his robot mode hand, it looks like it's a part of his arm instead of just being part of his hand. Okay, so now that we're done with the robot mode, we'll get on to the transformation. So, transformation starts up here at the arms. So you start out here by popping the shoulders forward, just like that. And it's going to move the windshield up a little bit, just like that. And this one does the same thing as the Voyager with having a fake windshield in front of a real one back here for the vehicle mode. So, you move these both forward, bring them together like that, and then fold in all these panels just like that. And then you're going to rotate the shoulders and everything down like that. Make sure you rotate the shoulders back like this towards the waist. And what you do with the arms here is, this is kind of cool. I actually like how this works a lot. You're going to pull out this bit right here, pull it forward, and as you do, you're going to bend the whole forearm back, like this gray bit up here. You're going to fold it all the way back. Here, I'll show you from this angle. So the whole wrist area here is bent back this way. Then you fold down the red bit, plugs in, and then you fold up the hand, and you now have part of the front of the truck right there. I think that's actually really cool how that transforms. So let's do the other arm real quick. So fold this all the way back, fold this down, fold the hand up and in, and then make sure everything's together up here, and then fold this arm back as well. Then plug them both together, and you have a giant Prime walking around with a giant truck on his front. No, I'm kidding. So, to fold this all the way down, you got to make sure that the arms are just in the right space. That way it's all the way down, and it's going to plug into the front of the truck right here above the windshield. And it doesn't plug in super solid, but it slots in just like that. Okay, then you come around to the back, pop these open, fold them out like that. These are going to be the sides of the cab. So you flip this out like that, flip them around to the front. And there are these little pegs right here on the sides of the cab. Don't know if you can see them too well. Right there are these little pegs. No, right here. Sorry. There are these little pegs right here. They peg into a little slot right here on in the side of the truck. It's a little hard to see, so you got to make sure that all lines up. And there's also a peg up here in the windshield that slots into a hole up here on the side by his head. So make sure that all lines up properly. It's a little hard to get it lined up on this figure for some reason. Oh, you might want to rotate the waist around first. That way, the arms have a better clearance down near the bottom, down here. Right in there. So make sure everything's plugged together, make sure everything gets clearance. I just fold it. Come on. Finagling! Hooray! You worked earlier in the car while I was driving home, and now you're just being stubborn. shouldn't be having this much trouble with the Deluxe. I know. It's ridiculous. So make sure everything's plugged in just right. Maybe. There we go. And then I already did a step right there. I'm going to bend the legs backwards. Then you plug them all together. Just like that. Oh, don't forget when you're plugging them together to flip out the little trailer hitch bit right there out of the side of his leg. It's kind of a neat little engineering trick that he has a little trailer hitch there. So plug everything together. Now what you're going to do is you're going to pull the fronts of the leg bits up. These bits right here, pull them out, just like that. Flip the feet up here into these red parts, like that, so the red parts encompass the feet. And then before you fold anything else down, take Optimus Prime's head up here, fold it backwards. That way it disappears from the top of the truck. And then you got to make sure that these bits right here, the leg bits, okay, what you're going to do is you're going to fold them down like this first, and then all the way forward. That way they bend all the way into the back of the truck. So forward, like that. Then you plug both the red bits together up here. And just flip these forward. And that forms the top of the truck. And one of the other cool little engineering things they tucked in here is to give them like the slanted little smokestacks during robot mode. What they did is they actually have these on a hinge joint. So if you pop them out and then plug them back in back here, there's two little holes on the side. You can pop them out, move them forward, pop them out, move them back. It gives them straight up and down smokestacks during vehicle mode. And there you have Optimus Prime in truck mode. Now the only extra thing you can do is actually take this gun and plug it in here into his back, and that's it. So he's a red truck up here, nice red with the blue transferring over, some gray smokestacks, gray front grille with a nice red Autobot symbol right up there in the front. I don't know how well you can see that. It's right there in the front. Clear windshield, silver paint apps above it right there, and then of course the gun in the back, some blue right here on the back, and he rolls alright. Doesn't roll very good on towel, obviously, but yeah, he rolls pretty good, and I think his details look pretty darn decent in this mode. I don't have anything close by me for size comparison at this point, so just look forward for that in the pictures, and pretty much that's it. So that's Optimus Prime from Transformers Prime SDCC exclusive 2010 or 2011, and this is Optimus Prowl signing off. Thanks very much, guys.